Welcome to the Pain Lab. Somebody's going to leave crying. It's probably going to be me. Well, that's how it's supposed to go, or that's how it often goes. But not this time. We are using those that should not be named. Those cards that should not be named. And we're doing a self-mill deck. So how do you feel about mill? Does mill make you salty? What if it's self-mill? This game is getting right into it and stuff. You can see that we have various colored lands. Yarok is in there, so we're going to get some double triggers. We're not going to complain about alchemy cards or anything of that nature. We're going to happily lay down our removal in the form of Chupacabras. And yeah, what we're trying to do is mill. We want Yarok on the board ideally. We're using one of those cards that should not be named. We're going to mill a few things. We're going to attack into this. I can't help but notice how tall that stack of cards is over there that they're playing. But we're going to keep this positive. We're going to take that one creature out of their hand. We're going to create another zombie, mill a few cards. The key here is we're going to need our Jace on the field. If we have that Jace on the field, this is just a crazy, ridiculous deck that turns into a mill deck at the last minute at some point. This was from Sodium City. This is where I saw it. And, of course, I didn't have quite the magic cards that I needed, the wild cards, rather. Let's get rid of this. I maybe should have waited till Yarok was on the field and I could have got both artifacts at that point. But artifact enchantment removal with the acidic slime. And yikes, that is a big baddie. Wait a minute. How dare they take my acidic slime? Anyhow, so the enchantment, artifact removal with the acidic slime, creature removal with the Chupacabra, Ravenous Chupacabra, and since we got Yarok on there, boom, boom, both creatures are gone. At the end of this, I'm actually going to play Sparkian, Wrath of God. Well, we knew that was coming, but we're not scared. We're disappointed if things get exiled, but as long as they don't, if they go in the graveyard, that's just fine. I guess they saw what was coming. All right, moving on to the next game. I think we're going to have another one of these with, yeah, look at that ridiculous stack of cards over there. I almost feel like this doesn't count, except this is what you're going to encounter in Arena, or at least on the low level of Arena. Yeah, so we want to get our land on board as fast as we can. White, got to have some removal. Got the Ravenous Chupacabras in there, so that's fine. Let's mill a few cards into the graveyard, and I have removal in the form of at least 2 Chupacabras. Oh, they're going to take that. Well, that's fine. Death Touch also kind of prevents us from taking too much damage sometimes. Sometimes they don't care. They'll attack right into it. I've got 5, so I can cast that. Should not be named. And, yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and pick off one of these. I'd really like to see an acidic slime, either in my hand or in my graveyard. If I've got it in the graveyard, I can get Recursion with Liliana. We love Liliana. She's wonderful. Unless I'm playing against her. Then she sucks. So, drop this. We're going to make a zombie. Mill a few cards. Hopefully getting that acidic slime in there. Oh, well, I guess I have yeah, I got an extra token. I will pay the life for this. And I will go ahead and cast this without checking my graveyard. That's such a stupid misplay. Yeah. I can't believe they blocked that either. That was kind of a misplay on their part, I think, too. But they probably see that 5/5 flyer and realize or believe that, let's get rid of this. Oh, let's put that into hand. Yeah, okay. Always sad because we're staying positive. That is a crazy freaking avatar. I like it. Not particularly into tentacles, but yeah, that was kind of cool. All right, so this is why we need, I'll take this to mill some more cards because I really want that acidic slime in there. I don't want that enchantment on the board. Got 4, get rid of 2. We'll chuck a couple of lands because I will have all the mana, I think, to cast everything I need in my hand. Okay, that's fine. I could wait 2 turns and put down that Panharmonicon, but I'd rather... Oh, jeez. What? Good thing I have another one of these. Let's do this. Boom. All right. I could have waited a turn, put the Panharmonicon out there to use that to get double triggers on my Chupacabra, but I had a feeling they were going to put something else big down, so I did that. Let's get this down now and get some double triggers. I like that I got 2 acidic slimes in there. Ooh, that's interesting. And, oh, man. Well, I guess I'm not going to get 2 triggers. That probably wasn't the best land to put in, but I'll take out 1 at least. I don't like that stuff doubling up, and oh, I really don't like that, and I don't like where all that's going. All right, the most dangerous thing I think is actually the mana source and putting more tokens or putting more 1/1 counters on something. And holy yikes, I want this actually in the graveyard so that I could possibly pull it back. Let's drop this on board, and I probably should have read ahead on that one. I didn't. Another misplay. Instead of me being mad at the game, I really need to be mad at myself for the misplays that I make. So I'm taking a harder look at that, and I will put both of these in the graveyard because I am not too scared. I'm going to choose one of these. Let's take some damage. Probably the best thing to do is this. I get to put 2. A lot of our deck is 5. There we go. Beautiful. Is under or 5 or under. So a lot of times we can hit some nice stuff with that. Getting rid of both creatures is good. Holy crap. They are top decking. I'll take this. Thank you. They are top decking it all the way. So I think if I can get to another turn, I got this. Let's, ooh, I'm going to cast this. We'll get Yarok and Panharmonicon. Man, if they get a creature, I am in so much flipping trouble. Well, they just won't let them keep it on the board. Oh, and they're going to play a battle on me? Oh, man. What are they getting? They're pulling 2 things back into the hand. Good game. All right. Well, thank you for that. All right. So let's take a look at this. We zoomed right through that, but this is going to go a little bit slower. We're going to play against Sparky. Sparky's not usually that tough an opponent. And we're actually going to win the correct way, or what we're actually going for. My initial question at the beginning of this was what you felt about self-mill. What you felt about mill, and what do you feel about self-mill? Are they 2 different things? Are they okay? Are you super frustrated when somebody throws all your cards in the graveyard? I know I am. But self-mill, this is a little different, I think. So, again, we're going to fill our graveyard up with as much as we can so that we can pull it out later. I'm kind of surprised they attacked into this. Let's drop this. And the idea is to control the board as best you can. Get as much mana as you can. Ramp as fast as you can. Fill your hand up with good stuff. Fill your graveyard up with good stuff. And then, oh, another one of those. All right, so I'm generally not that scared of Sparky attacking in with anything, at least not with the black deck. But I will remove that. Remove that toad. You're out of here. Oh, well, they've got more creatures. Okay, fine. Fair enough. Let's drop this. Let's, you know what? Let's take this. We didn't actually see this get played too much. We are chucking those festivals into the graveyard. I don't like the idea that they cost 10. We're usually casting them for free, but I think I'd rather cast them for 6 out of my hand initially. But we're going to go ahead. We're going to dump this. We're going to get a couple more land onto the battlefield. Let's throw this down. There's Yarok in the graveyard. Let's hold back. All right, that's fine. And another misplay coming up here, I believe. I should have blocked the Death Toucher, but instead I chose to block here. Death Toucher would have gotten rid of my Cavalier of Thorns, and I could have cast something out of the graveyard. But I think the best thing about this deck is I'd almost say it's idiot-proof, speaking of myself, let's take this, and let's take this. All right, let's drop this on the board. Let them choose. Wait, nothing to choose. Well, that's sad. I will hold back, and this time I will make the smart decision and block. Oh, they're only going to attack with that. Well, I guess I'll eat it. I'm not sure why Sparky thought that was a good idea, but Sparky's probably not the best player. I'm confident saying that, despite the fact that I've lost to Sparky on occasion. Anyhow, so here's the win condition that we're actually going for. We actually need Jace on the board. Let's get a Panharmonicon in there. Another Panharmonicon. Let's go ahead and mill and draw a card. And go ahead and fly in for 5. I guess I'm going to play this the way I would a real game against a real opponent. Take advantage of them not having any defense against flyers. And they're still not going to attack. There we go. I'd rather cast that for 6, but since I can choose, I can go to their graveyard, I can go to my graveyard. Let's get Yarok on board just because. Let's drop this. And, yeah, that should not be named. We'll put one of those on. And let's pull something out of the graveyard. Let's... Oh, I should check the graveyard first. I guess I was thinking I was going to get something else good. Creatures, I guess I was thinking there was going to be a acidic slime in there. There obviously wasn't, so I'll do the Cavalier of Thorns, throw it on board, get a few triggers off of that. We are milling ourselves out at a fair rate. Oh, wait. Cavalier's not the problem. It's the lands, dummy. There we are. Yes. All right. And, yeah, this. And we've got a couple more triggers going. Yep. We'll let that enter tapped because we're really not going to cast any more spells. How many lands are we down to? How many cards, rather, in library? We're getting mighty, mighty close. So we're going to go ahead, mill ourselves. And again, this is the kind of surprise win condition that comes out of nowhere. There should be enough on the board to keep them busy. And then suddenly you turn into a self-mill deck. And with that, it's just kind of like you win the game. Anyhow, hope you enjoyed this deck. Leave your comments down below. Share the video with somebody you think that might liked it. In the meantime, a huge thank you to all of you that have bought cards for me at Dark Ritual TCG Player. And let's take a quick look at it. Everything to get stuff in the graveyard. You've only got a couple of Jaces, so be aware of those. That's the most important thing, is you've got to be cognizant of what you're doing. Even after I said this was idiot proof, you do have to pay a little bit of attention to what's happening. But in the meantime, thanks for watching, and we'll catch you next time.